It's a dream for every rider to do few circuits. We decided why not we stretch a limit with Golden Quadrilateral, because that is something which is like a mecca of the rider's dream.
GQ is the longest in India that you can ride. You're going from south to north, the west side, then you're cutting across the country, then again you're coming back to south.
It was a great experience. I cannot explain you unless and until you do it. We did it and I'm proud of it.
The Golden Quadrilateral, India's iconic highway network that connects the biggest cities in our country. A road that represents unity, adventure, and limitless possibilities. 8 bikers, 12 states, over 6,000 kilometers. 15 days of grit, adventure, and the ultimate test of endurance. Welcome to the story of 8 riders, 1 road, and an unforgettable journey across India's Golden Quadrilateral. Every big journey needs solid preparation, and this one was no different. The Golden Quadrilateral is no easy ride, so we made sure everyone was fit and ready. Daily workouts, fitness tracking, and proper meals became routine. Next came the gear. Custom shirts, jackets, stickers, and merchandise for the team. All the bikes were serviced, cleaned, and stickered up. Everything was ready for the long road ahead. The night before our journey began, we held a pre-launch event to set the tone for the adventure ahead. The evening started with a briefing on trip guidelines, safety instructions, and updates for our riders' families, ensuring everyone was prepared and reassured. Jetty sir delivered an inspiring speech introducing each rider and highlighting their stories, bringing everyone closer together.
Call him as an idea money because he comes up with a lot of amazing ideas. He has done a lot of rides, great friend, and know him for many years. He enjoys our company. Though he doesn't ride, but he's there in all the rides that we have done. His own car. He likes to do some private stuff in his car.
The night then turned celebratory, filled with laughter and excitement. We even marked a special occasion. Our rider from Dubai, Jilan Khan, celebrated his wife's birthday with us, making the evening even more memorable. This wasn't just a party. It was the perfect start, bringing us together as a team and preparing us for the road ahead. The next morning, the energy shifted to reverence as we performed a traditional puja for blessings.
Okay, quick pictures. We are not removing jackets. Just take the helmet out. Quick pictures. And from there we are heading up. We are already late.
And next day morning at 6, we were back at KFT, but by the time we arranged everything, loaded the truck, and we had to load one bike because we had an extra bike that day since Praveen was joining us in Mumbai. So we had to make sure the bike was loaded and properly loaded and the rest of the luggage fitted in. So by the time we left KFT, I think it was around 7 o'clock.
Then the engines roared, and we were off from Bangalore, hearts full of anticipation. Our journey began in Bangalore, Karnataka's bustling capital, known as the Silicon Valley of India. With its lush greenery and iconic landmarks like Vidhana Saudha, the city set the perfect stage for our adventure. We gathered for a photo shoot at Vidhana Saudha, capturing the energy and the excitement of what lay ahead. The ride started smoothly, and as we passed Chitradurga, the sight of the majestic windmills against the rugged terrain left us in awe. It was a reminder of the harmony between tradition and progress. By lunchtime, we stopped near Hubli to refuel ourselves before continuing towards Kolhapur. Kolhapur welcomed us with its rich history and fiery Kolhapuri cuisine. Known for the Mahalakshmi temple and its vibrant culture, the city offered us a warm embrace. However, road construction and service roads slowed us down, testing our patience. Leaving Kolhapur early in the morning, the day began early with all the bikes checked, cleaned, and ready to roll. Our captain for the day, Moise, led the morning briefing, ensuring everyone was aligned and motivated.
That's for lunch you're talking about?
No. Just for a break. 150 kilometers के break के ऊपर. What we do.
A quick but delicious breakfast of vada pav and lassi gave us the perfect energy boost for the day ahead.
One of Vikram's most recommended vada pavs. I am obviously having a simple vada samosa. Everything is amazing and it is non-spicy.
This is one of the best ones I've had so far. I mean, you're in Maharashtra and vada pav and Bombay go synonym, right? So there's more like a flavor what to come. When we reach Mumbai, hope we don't end up eating only vada pav.
The ride from Kolhapur to Pune was smooth, with open roads and stunning views. But the real highlight, and the surprise, came when we hit the Pune-Mumbai Expressway. As we entered the stretch, the smooth, wide roads felt like a dream for every rider. The thrill of riding on the expressway had us grinning under our helmets, cruising along in perfect formation. But just as we were soaking in the experience, reality struck. We weren't supposed to be there. Motorcycles weren't allowed on the expressway at all. At the toll booth, we were stopped and questioned by the authorities. Thankfully, after some back and forth explaining our journey and our purpose, they eventually allowed us to proceed. As we approached Mumbai, the excitement gave way to frustration as we hit heavy traffic, making the final stretch challenging. When we finally reached Sofitel Mumbai, the sense of accomplishment was worth it. That night, we finally got a chance to relax. We shared stories from the day over a few beers, enjoyed each other's company, and let the exhaustion melt away.
One guy who makes the wheels keep rolling. Just give me a bottle.
We eventually called it a night, resting up for the days ahead. Mumbai, the city of dreams, where ambition meets opportunity. This bustling metropolis is a mix of history, culture, and a relentless spirit. We planned a rest day in Mumbai and left our bikes behind to explore the city by car. Our first stop was the iconic Gateway of India. Standing tall by the Arabian Sea, it's a majestic symbol of Mumbai's colonial past and a favorite spot for travelers. We took in the views and captured some great moments. The most meaningful part of our day was visiting Bal Asha, an adoption agency working to give orphan children, especially girls, a better future.
We are an adoption center. So 24/7, any child who's lost in the Mumbai can be brought to Balasha from few days old till about 12 years of age. My neighbor.
Promoting the adoption of girl children gave our trip a deeper purpose, reminding us that our journey wasn't just about the roads, but also about creating awareness and inspiring change.
When people think, out of bed child is the taboo of the society, so we want to make it a point to let people know that it's not the case anymore. And there are a lot of centers created by the government where you can just go hand over to these societies or these centers who are more than happy to take care of it.
जब बालाशाह ऑर्फनेज गए हम लोगों ने तो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा टची हो गया कि यार इतना अच्छा मोमेंट था.
We ended the day at Marine Drive, gazing at the Queen's Necklace. The shimmering lights and the gentle waves gave us a moment to pause and reflect. It was a reminder that this trip was about more than just the destination. It was about the connections, the purpose, and the stories we carried with us. But the day wasn't over yet. That night, Vikram Agarwal threw a fantastic party to celebrate the journey so far. Vikram is a dear friend of Rao Jetty sir and an integral part of the Jetty Revellers. He may not ride a bike, but he's always been with us on the road, driving alongside as our road pilot, our guardian on four wheels, a true Jetty Reveller in spirit.
It just happened overnight. Talking to Mr. Rao about it, he said, you guys are lucky to have a ride. Wish I could join. Well, okay, you join us. I said, I don't ride bikes. So I said, no problem, you get your car. And I went, can I get my car? Would not be odd. So he said, no. So it just happened in okay, I said, okay, let's do that and try that.
With laughter, stories, and music, we enjoyed the night, knowing that in just a few hours, we would be back on our bikes, chasing the horizon once again. Vikram, however, wouldn't be continuing with us just yet. He would be staying back in Mumbai and rejoining us later in Kolkata. With that thought, we wrapped up the day, ready for the journey ahead. After a restful day in Mumbai, we woke up refreshed and ready to hit the road again. Our next destination was Vadodara, also known as Baroda, a city known for its rich culture and heritage. The morning began with the rumble of engines as we started up the beasts in the hotel parking lot. A quick stop to refuel, and we were back on the highway, cruising through smooth roads with excitement in the air. By evening, we reached Vadodara, ending the day with a quiet dinner and much needed rest to prepare for the next leg. The morning in Vadodara began with our usual routine. Energized and ready, we gathered for the briefing.
Do the first 200 kilometers fast. Roads are relatively empty, picking up traffic.
Today's ride was going to take us to Bhilwara, a city known for its textile heritage and quiet charm. With the engines roaring to life, we left the hotel and hit the open road. Our first stop was at Ravula Ratanpur, where we enjoyed a hearty breakfast. The cool morning breeze and the smooth roads made the ride an absolute joy. The team maintained a great pace with stunning landscapes rolling past as we pushed further into Rajasthan. By lunchtime, we found ourselves at a local restaurant, enjoying a simple yet delicious meal. The conversations were lively, filled with stories of the journey and anticipation of what was to come. But just as we thought the day was wrapping up perfectly, one of the Indian dark horse bikes broke down near the outskirts of Bhilwara. It was a sudden hiccup that could have dampened our spirits, but we were prepared. The support team acted swiftly, bringing out the spare bike from our vehicle while the faulty one was sent for repairs. We reached Bhilwara a little later than planned, tired but relieved. Moments like these reminded us, no matter what the obstacles, it's the teamwork and determination that keep us moving forward.
So yesterday we had a little bit of an incident. One of the bikes, the Dark Horse, had a little bit of a technical issue, and despite the best efforts of the support team and the mechanic, it requires repairs at the service center. So we are down one bike today, but the good part is we've got an excellent support team. So one of the bikers will take turns, and we will manage it that way.
The day began humbly in Bhilwara with our usual morning briefing. This time, Madhur was our captain of the day. He took charge and walked us through the trip details.
Thank you very much for being on time. This is going to be a good complex ride today. It will test our endurance. It will test the bike. It will test how well we work as a team. It will test our patience.
Today was an exciting milestone. Our journey would take us from Bhilwara to Delhi, our second major destination on the Golden Quadrilateral ride. The plan was simple: reach Jaipur by midday and then head onwards to Delhi. But there was a special highlight awaiting us: an invitation from the BMW Motorrad showroom in Jaipur. The ride to Jaipur was smooth and scenic. Upon arrival, we were warmly greeted by the BMW showroom personnel. Seeing the GS adventure bikes up close was a treat. These machines are the epitome of engineering, built for long rides, rugged terrain, and unmatched comfort. They are every biker's dream, designed to conquer the world's toughest roads with ease. The showroom owner went out of his way to host us and even took us out for a lovely lunch. But as the day wore on, we realized we were running behind schedule, 3 hours late to be exact. Determined to reach Delhi before nightfall, we picked up the pace. The excitement turned tense as the shadows grew longer, and somewhere near Gurgaon, disaster struck. Madhur, our captain for the day, suffered a major crash. We all rushed to his side, our hearts racing with concern. Thankfully, Madhur's riding gear had done its job, protecting him from severe injury. However, he sustained a knee injury and had to be taken to the hospital in a car. This moment was a sobering reminder of the importance of proper riding gear.
Anila, you have a choice. You want to be sexy or you want to be functional.
With heavy hearts and renewed caution, we continued the ride into Delhi that night.
Madhur is an experienced rider. He's been riding for more than 20 years. He was wearing a riding jacket, gloves and helmet, but not a riding trouser. I thought that was a riding trouser. That was a miss from me also. We all wear riding trousers with protection for the knees. If we had worn that, this injury wouldn't have happened. So safety gear is a must. Always ride safe. End of the day, okay, you can have all the fun, but you need to ride safe because your family is waiting for you to come home in one piece.
The city's bright lights welcomed us, but the day's events weighed on our minds. It was a tough day, but it reminded us of the resilience and camaraderie that kept this journey alive. Finally, Delhi, the land where modernity meets tradition in the most vibrant way. Delhi is a city of contrasts and charm, where centuries-old monuments stand tall against the backdrop of bustling urban life. From the historic grandeur of the Red Fort and the Qutub Minar to the lively streets of Chandni Chowk and the sophisticated vibes of Connaught Place, Delhi offers something for everyone. It's the heartbeat of India, a melting pot of cultures, food, and stories that inspire travelers from across the world. But on that day, Delhi had a very different face to show us. The entire city was cloaked in a dense blanket of smog, reducing visibility, adding an almost cinematic haze to the air. Our day started with an invitation from the Indian motorcycle showroom. We were given a grand welcome by Sandeep Bansal, a gesture that made us feel like stars. Sandeep Bansal, fondly known as Sandeep Bhai, the owner and promoter of Indian Motorcycles Delhi and Polaris Delhi, he welcomed us with open arms and took care of everything a biker could ask for. From ensuring our bikes were clean and serviced, to getting the broken down bike repaired and sent back to us, he made sure we were all set for the ride ahead. His hospitality and passion for motorcycles were truly inspiring, and we couldn't be more grateful. A true biker at heart and a true friend to Jetty Revellers. The rest of the day was all about recharging. After days of intense riding, this break was much needed. We relaxed, shared stories, and simply took it easy, letting the buzz of Delhi energize us for the journey ahead. Our day began with a visit to one of India's most iconic landmarks, Rashtrapati Bhavan. This grand presidential residence, sprawling over 320 acres, is a symbol of India's democracy and architectural brilliance. Standing in front of it as the morning fog gently wrapped around its massive dome, we felt a sense of pride. With that, we geared up and hit the road towards Lucknow. A 500-kilometer ride ahead. Delhi's clean, wide roads made for a smooth exit, and despite the lingering fog, the ride felt refreshing. The journey was going steady until we had a small hiccup. One of our bikes ran out of fuel earlier than expected. Luckily, we always carried spare petrol, so with a quick refill, we were back on the track. By the time we reached Lucknow, we were exhausted but excited. The city greeted us with its rich Nawabi flavors, and before heading to the bed, we indulged in some Lucknow's famous desserts, soft, melt-in-the-mouth sweets that made the ride totally worth it. With full stomachs and tired bodies, we finally got the rest we needed for the next stretch of the journey. The day started like any other until we hit our first problem. One of our riders lost the keys to his Ducati Multistrada. We searched everywhere, the hotel room, luggage, even asked the staff, but no luck. Just when it seemed like we were stuck, we remembered something. The Ducati has a feature where it could be started with just a code. A few taps on the screen, and the beast roared back to life. Problem solved, or so we thought. We rode on, covering miles, enjoying the ride, unaware of the twist waiting for us. Midway through, we stopped for refueling. Everyone lined up at the fuel station, filling up their tanks, and then realization struck. The Ducati's fuel tank required the key to open, the very same key we had lost back in Lucknow. Panic? No. Improvisation? Yes. With some quick thinking, a set of Allen keys, and a bit of patience, we unscrewed the entire fuel tank cap to refuel. A crazy fix, but it worked. This ride was teaching us that sometimes you just have to adapt on the go. We continued the ride, stopping at a roadside cafe for a meal before pushing on. Just when we thought we had conquered the Ducati fuel cap fiasco, the road had other plans for us. Or should we say, Google Maps did. Riding confidently through Aurangabad, we blindly followed our trusted navigation, until we realized something was off. Instead of cruising on a smooth national highway, we found ourselves on what could only be described as the back roads of Bihar. Potholes, dirt patches, and roads that looked like they hadn't been maintained since the Mughal era. What should have been a quick ride turned into a 6-hour endurance test. But hey, what's a road trip without a few unexpected challenges, right? By nightfall, we stopped at the dhaba for dinner. Simple, delicious, and much needed. Finally, we rolled into Aurangabad, exhausted but satisfied. Another unpredictable day on the Golden Quadrilateral. The journey from Aurangabad to Kolkata felt like a blur. Smooth roads, great food, and long hours on the saddle. The rhythm of the ride had become second nature by now, and the days were starting to blend together. But this leg wasn't just about the ride. What kept us going was the excitement of reaching our next major milestone, Kolkata. Kolkata, the city of joy, a place where the past and present exist together in a beautiful, chaotic rhythm. The third major stop in the Golden Quadrilateral journey. This city is known for its colonial architecture, literary heritage, and mouth-watering street food. From the iconic yellow taxis to the bustling streets of Park Street, every corner of Kolkata has a story to tell. Our rest day here started with a hearty breakfast at the hotel, fueling up for the day of exploration. First on our list, the legendary Howrah Bridge. Spanning the Hooghly River, this engineering marvel has been standing strong since 1943, carrying millions of people every day. Riding towards it, we could feel the pulse of the city. Trams rattling past, hand-pulled rickshaws weaving through the crowds. After capturing the beauty of the bridge, we decided to indulge in something truly Kolkata, chai. served in traditional clay cups made over red-hot coal. The smoky flavor, the warmth in our hands, and the quiet moment of reflection made it special. As the sun set over the Hooghly, we knew it was time to rest. Kolkata had given us a day filled with stories, and tomorrow, the ride would continue. After exploring the vibrant streets of Kolkata, we geared up for the next stretch. Kolkata to Bhubaneswar, a 440-kilometer ride. With an early start, we cruised through open highways, stopping for a quick meal before reaching Bhubaneswar by evening. It was Christmas time, and our hotel had a beautifully decorated Christmas tree, adding a festive touch to our journey. Before hitting the road, we took some time for a quick photo shoot with our bikes. The ride to Rajahmundry was smooth, and we arrived without any surprises. The next leg of the journey was significant. Rajahmundry to Chennai, our last stop, before heading back to Bangalore. A long 600-kilometer ride meant an early start. As we rode through the highways, we witnessed a breathtaking sunrise, a perfect reminder of how far we had come. Along the way, as we approached Vijayawada, Rao sir had a special moment. He met his relatives and was warmly welcomed by Chandrasekhar Rao, Anand Rao and family.
We are in Vijayawada here and we come for breakfast here, and I would like to thank Anand Rao sir and Chandrasekhar Rao sir. Chandrasekhar Rao sir is Mrs. Rao's brother, and Anand Rao sir is a close relative of hers. I would like to thank you very much for brother-in-law of Mr. Rao. Okay, thank you very much sir for organizing. Welcome sir.
They showered us with good wishes for the road ahead, making this stop even more memorable. Further along, we were treated to an incredible lunch, thoughtfully arranged by Praveen Reddy. The food was amazing, and the warmth of our hosts made it even better. When we reached the residency towers, we were in for a surprise. Waiting to welcome us was Kiran Kumar, chairman of Lalita Jewelers. He congratulated us on the successful completion of our ride and honored us with gifts and mementos. A perfect way to mark the end of this incredible journey. With this warm reception, it was time to celebrate. And celebrate we did. A final party, a night to remember, before we geared up for the last ride home. The final day of our journey had arrived. Excitement and happiness filled the air as we geared up for the last leg of the Golden Quadrilateral ride. Before setting off, we took a moment for the final team photo shoot, capturing the bond and memories we had built over the last 12 days. With engines roaring, we hit the road one last time. We knew the Chennai-Bangalore highway like the back of our hands, but this time, every kilometer felt different. It wasn't just another ride. It was the ride that completed our epic journey. On the way, we made a stop for something we had been looking forward to. Ambur Biryani. A meal fit for the occasion, and it didn't disappoint. Every bite was as flavorful as the journey itself. As we neared Bangalore, the sky turned a beautiful melancholic pink, as if nature itself was celebrating our achievement. A perfect ending to a perfect ride. Finally, we reached where it all began, Kingfisher Towers. A victory celebration followed, and with that, we headed home. The journey was over, but the experience would stay with us forever. The next day, we gathered one last time, not for the ride, but for a press conference. Jetty sir delivered an inspiring speech reflecting on the incredible milestones we had achieved. More than just a ride, this journey had a purpose, spreading awareness about adoption, especially girl-child adoption. He shared how we visited Bal Asha and carried this message across the country. Every member of the Jetty Revellers group received an award, a token of appreciation for their spirit, dedication, and the adventure they embraced together. And with that, the Golden Quadrilateral ride officially came to an end. This journey was more than just biking. It was about discovery. We experienced India's vast and diverse landscapes, its warm and welcoming people, its vibrant cultures, and incredible food.
When you go through Tier 2 or Tier 3 city, that's when you actually explore the true nature of India. For many people, Aurangabad is part of Maharashtra, but there's an Aurangabad in Bihar as well. Then you go through a city called Bhilwara. Then we get to know that that's a busy trading hub. So these kind of things where not many people know, and you go there and you kind of bump into new people, new traditions, new culture. For me, GQ was more of that than riding alone.
Riding is not just about speed or distance. It's about connection.
It's like meditation for me. Either I meditate or I ride. It's the same for me.
15 days, 8 bikers, over 6,000 kilometers. But this ride was never just about the numbers. It was about the passion for exploration, the love for adventure, and the friendships forged on the road.
My message to youngsters is follow your passions, but ride safe. It's very important to ride safe and plan your ride.
And this is what Jetty Revellers stand for. A group of 8 riders, each excelling in their own fields, bound by a shared love for travel and adventure.
We are fun-loving people. We enjoy each other's company and we enjoy riding.
This is just one chapter in their journey, and there are many more to come. The journey may be over, but the spirit of the ride will live on. Until the next adventure, we ride on.